Alright guys, we're back here with another part of the collection tour. Here we're going to be going over my catalog and binder collection. And this is probably going to take two parts, that's what I'm expecting. So let's get right into it. We'll start over here at the little brochure stand. It is a genuine Casablanca. Any brochures that fit in here or mini catalogs that fit in here, I put in here to keep them out of that little section there. Especially since eventually I'm going to have to find another place for them because eventually this whole shelf will be filled with full-size catalogs. Anyways. Let's get right into it. So in here, I've got, okay, let's see, what is an actual catalog? I've got some Braun bath fan catalogs here from like 2012 and 2017. I only took them because, well, why not? Then let's see, I've got George Kovacs lighting. That's not really interesting for you fan people. We got an Airflow from 1999. Casablanca Difference Thing from 1999. Then I've got 2000 all the way through 2008 Casablanca brochures. I don't have the 2007 though, that one wasn't included with the bundle, and I already had a 2007 catalog, so I didn't bother ordering one of them on eBay just to get the brochure. It didn't seem worth it to me. I've also got 2003 and 4 Airflow. Then I've got 2010 Prestige. Then I've got, let's see, what's that? Okay, Hunter bath fans from, I believe, 2012 and 2016, if I remember right. And then we've got this little Kichler energy savings brochure. I know this thing is out of focus, but I can't keep trying to focus it because otherwise this would take too long. I've also got 2011 and 2012 Minka, and then this PAF lighting brochure thing here that there's no fans in there. Still kind of interesting to look through though. Then I've got 3 different Caro brochures, and I've got 3 copies of each. Some of them have fans, some of them don't. Then I guess we'll move over to the big shelf, but first let's do the magazines. So besides the Menards ones, which I have 2010 through basically current, even though they haven't done anything for a few years, the rest of these, like Shades of Light, Lumens, Lamps Plus, and Rejuvenation, because the companies are really bad at getting catalogs out to me, I don't have like the complete set from when I signed up, so I'm not even going to bother going over any dates. Even if I had the complete set, I would just say I have this date through this date, but I don't have the complete set, so we're not going to bother doing that. Anyways, there's no real catalogs here, but just some brochures from Fanman Lighting. They're great. I've talked about them many times. I even posted a video of their showroom once. We just got this collector's guide to electric, vintage, and antique fans there. Kind of a cool read. It's not really a catalog, but it's still really cool. Has lots of info in there that would be interesting and fascinating. And then we'll move over to the shelf. So in this big-ass fans binder, I have... basically, it's a bunch of the binder literature from, I believe, like 2021. And then this is a Hunter binder, as you can see. And I have got the 2016 catalog in there. In 2015, 2016, I think they were having budget issues. I don't remember if I've mentioned this before, but from what I've heard, that's what happened those years. I don't even know if they printed the 2015 catalogs. None of the local showrooms around here even got them, so I really cannot say. Then in this Matthews binder, I've got 3 different binder brochures, catalog spec sheets. Back in the day, they didn't have any proper catalogs. They just used the spec sheets also as a catalog. I got the first catalog a while ago from Great Fans and Blinds when they closed. That was formerly Dan's Fan City. And then I just found 2 more that were from different periods of time eventually, and I put them in there as well. One of them I want to say is probably mid to late 2000s. One of them is probably from around 2013. Then the other one's like 2015, 16, 17, somewhere around there. Anyways, and then here, these are just a bunch of 2014 Casablancas. I only needed one, but I just took the whole set because I could. Might make for something good to sell on eBay if I ever do an eBay account. I'm sure somebody would buy those. Catalogs seem to be really hot items on eBay. This isn't a catalog, but it's the Casablanca fan book. I think that was published in 1982. Then we've got, this is a haiku from Big S Fans brochure. I want to say that's from around 2012 or 2013, somewhere around there. Maybe 2011. And then I've also got, these 2 came out like 2020. They're just some little mini brochures for Big Ass Fans. Then I've got 3 2016 Casablanca minis here. I've got this, I believe this is from 2011. It's just a little Emerson Mini Energy Savings Brochure Supplement. Then we got a little 2012 Emerson Mini. That was the first Emerson book I got, so it's definitely been looked through a lot. Luckily, though, I did eventually find 2 big copies of that year, so now I can actually look through it and not be worried about it falling apart. Well, the book's not going to fall apart. It's just not really easy to look at. Especially these mini books, I don't look at them that much. And then I've got 2008 and 2011 Fanimation. And then I got 2005 Hunter Prestige. And then this fall 2021 Hunter Lighting thing. And what's funny is I didn't even sign up for this when before I got ability to pay for things not via cash on my own. My mom did all that stuff for me. And when she entered her email, she apparently got signed up for the mailing list. So this was addressed to her, but she gave it to me knowing that I would obviously want it. And then we've got 2 2011 Kichler's here. And then we've got 2012, 2013, and 2015 Maxim lighting. I believe these are all just interior lighting. I don't think there's any exterior. Exterior lighting back then wasn't necessarily my favorite of things. The exterior lighting we're seeing now is a lot cooler. They've got a lot more neat and interesting fixtures than they did back in the day. Of course, some of the classic styles I still really do appreciate, but they're in other catalogs I've got lying around here somewhere. I've also got 2, I think that's from like 2018 when they first introduced all the Fandeliers. And then I've also got a Studio M from like 2019, which is the exact same Fandeliers, just labeled Studio M. If you don't know what Studio M is, it's basically the hospitality version of Maxim and ET2. Some of their designs are in there as well as some unique ones. There's actually some really neat stuff in there. Then we've got a bunch of these little Minka brochures here and a 2004 Minka. And then let's see, back here, there's a bunch of little Modern Fan Company brochures. There's one for, I believe, the Velo, and there's one for the Industry, and then I think there might be one for the Torsion, I don't even know how you pronounce that. That's one of the fans I still haven't learned how to pronounce properly. And then there's also, instead of doing another, like, stapled catalog, I want to say this is from like 2014 when they introduced the IC Air in like, what was it, 2016 or 17. They just did this little fold out thing instead. I've also got this Experience Progress magazine or brochure. I believe they printed some of the earlier ones. That's the only copy my local showrooms ever got. Fitting, since I believe that was the last one they printed before they stopped. And then I got a couple of these Star Fans 2020s. And then finally, I've also got the Transglobe 2018 mini there. Now we've got the full-size catalogs. There's quite a few here, so we might as well just get started. We've got this ADL catalog here. There's no fans in there. And then this Ambience lighting systems. There's no fans in there. The Allegri Crystal and stuff, there's nothing in there. Better Homes and Gardens lighting, there's actually some fans in there. That was included in a package of some Lamps Plus magazines, so I just threw it up here. And then I've also got Big Ass Fans, Summer of 2020 and Summer of 2021. They didn't do anything for this year, unfortunately. Well, nothing that was printed anyways. Then I've also got a bigger version of that little Barone Bath Fan 2017 thing. I saw that at a show and figured I'd take it, so I had the big one too. Then I've got 2020 all the way through 22 Canarm. And eventually now it's Harmonized Home by Canarm. I kind of like how I like how they're sort of rebranding that. It's very interesting. I really like the way that Canarm's going. And then we've got the Capital Lighting. There's no fans in there. And we've got 2003 and then 2010 all the way through current Craft Made. I might end up grabbing a couple of the old lighting catalogs from these 2 years I didn't grab, because the 2023 catalog combines both the fans and the lighting, and then I'll still have the complete set. Back here, I used to take the lighting catalogs because I actually did like Craft Made's lighting. A lot of the fixtures that I really liked, a lot of their wacky contemporary stuff that was in these few editions, they quit doing. So once that happened, I quit grabbing those catalogs because all the cool lighting that I really liked was gone, and now they're sort of back to mediocre again, unfortunately. And now we've got, oh, let's see, this one is from like 2008. Then I've got like 2010, I believe like 2011, 2015, 2017, 2019, and what was that, 2022 or 2021? I don't even remember. I think it's like 2022. Let's see, does it say? No, 2021. I can't even remember, honestly. But yeah, those are all Dan's Fan Cities. There's a couple I'm missing, but I've got a majority of them and a majority of the fans that they've been putting in the catalogs. There's always been a few that they've left out of the catalogs. For example, this one here from 2008, there's a lot of fans that they sold that weren't in there. I guess they just put their best sellers and their most interesting ones in there. And then we've got a 2018 Deco Breeze. And then we've also got 2021 and 22 Design House. Then we've got 2020 through current Eglo. I don't think they're going to be introducing many more fans. They're much bigger in ceiling fans in foreign countries than here in the US, but they've got a couple designs. I actually thought they discontinued them, but I guess not. Then we've got 2002, and then 2006 through 8, and then 2010 through 2020 Emerson. This little thing here is the Tommy Bahama from 2005. And then, obviously, here they changed to Kathy Ireland Home in 2021. Then 2022, they didn't do any catalogs, and now they're bankrupt and gone for good. So, I've got quite a lot of Emerson and stuff, and I'm glad, especially since they've gone under now. This Europhos doesn't have any fans in it, but the lighting in there is freaking amazing. Europhos has some of the coolest stuff you could ever see. They are amazing. And then we've got what is essentially 2004 through current Fanimation. This is a 2004 catalog. Then there's 2004 introductions. Then there's 2005 introductions, 2006, and then 2007 introductions. I've got the 2008 mini here. And then from there, I've got 2009 through current. And you might be thinking, did you used to have a couple little thin brochure paper thingies in here? Yes, I did. I moved them up to the binders because I was sick of them getting in the way. They made it really hard to access some of these catalogs, and I didn't want them getting bent or damaged. So a lot of those really thin little reedy things that were prone to damage have now been moved to their respective binders to keep them safe. Also, to make it so, I like some of these catalogs here, I didn't even grab, not because I didn't want to look at them, but because I didn't want to damage the other books around them, or the other little pages around them, so I just figured that was a good way to stop that from happening. And that is where I'm going to end this video, because I've still got a lot to get through, and I can't make these videos too long, or YouTube will have a stroke and not even upload it. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.